Next up, baseball player of the day. Kind of a cool baseball player. So random-ass baseball player. My brother, Luke, he just has a list. He has it all the way through the end of September. Random players. Tim Stoddard. I asked my dad if he knew Tim Stoddard. He said he kind of remembered the name. Tim Stoddard remains the only man to win the Division I basketball title and a World Series ring. Starting power forward for the 1973-74 North Carolina State Wolfpack, the team that finally took down UCLA. Boom. I think he had to guard Walton. I think that was his job, guarding Walton in the tournament. So Stoddard, big dude, pitcher. During the winter of 1970. Oh, listen to this. This is the thing I found most interesting. It's not about his professional career at all. His high school basketball team, the Washington High Senators, they went undefeated. They were 29-0. They won the state high school championship, which is crazy. It was in Indiana, so we're talking Hoosierville. So they regard that high school team as one of the best high school teams ever in the state of Indiana. I mean, that's like crazy, talking Indiana basketball here. Hoosiers galore. So good for him. Then when he went to, where do I have it? When he went to college, I just kind of remember saying it. I put the notes down. When he went to college, he chose North Carolina State because the baseball coach at North Carolina State was also the assistant basketball coach, which I don't think happens anymore at all. But if you're a guy who's going to a college to play baseball and basketball, it sounds like pretty sound reasoning to be like, well, if the baseball coach is also going to be at every basketball practice, that kind of connects the dot for me, and I won't have two coaches, playing tug of war and giving me two different directions, and we'll just kind of be in sync. I was like, that adds up pretty well. Good recruiting tip. If there's a guy out there that's badass at two sports, just tell him you're going to have one coach that just make one of the assistant coaches of the baseball team also an assistant coach on the basketball team, and be like, you'll have one dude that's with you the whole way. He's your guy. And then make sure they get along. Good recruiting tip that I just offered. Use it on the field. Use it on the field. Water sucks. They wanted him to lose weight. The old CC Sabathia tidbit. Earl Weaver wanted him to lose weight pretty bad, so he worked really hard at losing his weight. And then they put this there. And also curbing his temper, which was a problem. No more on that, but actually there's a reference for that, so we might click that and try to find that story. He was up to 250 pounds from 230 in college, so they got him back down, and then when he came back down, he couldn't throw his fastball anymore. So Earl Weaver and the Orioles were like, all right, well, let's put that weight back on. That's what happened to CC Sabathia in 2015. He got super skinny. He stopped eating Captain Crunch. He said he ate a box of Captain Crunch a day. He cut it out, and he lost his velocity on his fastball. The phrase that CC Sabathia says is, more mass equals more gas. That's why CC's roped up and skinny now, because he doesn't need to pitch anymore. But he thought he threw harder when he was fatter. So that's the same thing with Stoddard here. Tim Stoddard. He won with the Orioles. Like, we can go to his baseball reference page. I'm not like, all the good tidbits about him are more about his youth. But yeah, he was with the White Sox, and then the White Sox just straight up cut him, like in a fucked up move, because they had too much money on the books, and then they just got rid of him. So then Baltimore picked him up. He was with them forever. He made a stint with the Yankees. Let's check out, what was his best season? 1979. 29 games, 15 games finished, 1.71 ERA, 58 innings pitched. Ooh, let's gas him up. Let's go to his 1979 game log. See what he was doing. We got how many games with an earned run? 7 games out of 29 where he allowed a run. It's crazy. 22 games he didn't allow a run. How many games did he not allow a base runner? A lot of lefty specialist games. Now I'm clicking too much, and I'm lost. 5 strikeouts in 5 innings. Man, this is no rhyme or reason here. Like, he pitched 5 1/3, and then later on he's pitching just getting 1 out. Kind of crazy. They don't keep track of pitches thrown. Just batters faced. Well, pretty good season by him. No awards, though. Let's see if he was good against any Hall of Famer. He had to face a lot of I feel like he had to face a lot of Yankees that were Hall of Famers. Batter status, Hall of Famer. Get results. Tim Stoddard versus Hall of Famer. Real quick. All right. Paul Molitor. Can you guys see this, or is it too small? We got Paul Molitor. Decent numbers against him. Only 5 hits and 27 plate appearances. Who did he strike out the most? Yount. That's not good. Jim Rice. Crushed him. 8 for 20 with 3 homers. Other than that, none of the. I told you he would have faced a lot of Hall of Famers. That era in that division, there's just a lot of Hall of Famers. Look at that. It's a long list. Kirby Puckett popped him. Gary Carter popped him. Rod Carew popped him. Ken Griffey Jr. faced him. That does not. Oh, how about this? 12 times Reggie Jackson stepped into the box against him, and 0 times did he get a hit. That's cool. Alan Trammell, 12 times, 0 times did he get a hit. Good job. Good job, Stoddard. And then the coolest tidbit I found out about Tim Stoddard is, do you remember the other day, for those that listen to a lot of these shows, remember we talked about the Senior Professional Baseball Association? Well, Tim Stoddard played for the West Palm Beach Tropics, which is the hat I wanted. And his big, bulky ass at 40 in that uniform had to look awesome. I've never been more right to be interested. I knew. Just you had to know he was going to make this uniform just amazing. Look at that picture. That might be my favorite baseball card I've ever seen. It looks great. It looks fantastic. Anyway, when he was in this senior league, manager Dick Williams used him as a starting pitcher for the first time in over a decade. He went 10-2 with a 4.10 ERA, and he got invites to go to camp. He says he got invites to go to like MLB camps the next year. And then there's a labor dispute or something. He said something like that. Look at that. There was 2 options. Either he was going to make the West Palm Beach Tropics uniform look awful, like Drew Pomeranz trying to wear the swaggy new Padres uniforms. Just doesn't work. It looks bad. Or he was going to own the uniform and make it his bitch, which he did. So congrats to Tim Stoddard. That's a fantastic playing. Like mid-sentence. Just a great card. If anyone has that, I'll take it. We'll blow it up. We'll put it on the background. Thank you very much.
And that's all I have to say about that.